guys, welcome back. So I'm just going to jump straight into, I don't know why I do a little break in between when I'm talking, but I'm just going to jump straight into all this. I'm just going to start with the bottom. I hope you're all very safe and looking after yourselves during these weird times, should we say. I love how, I do think it's a bit funny how everyone doesn't really talk about the C word. It's almost like in Harry Potter, when no one mentions his name. The thing that shall not be named, should we say. Just going to do a bit of layering. And turn this properly into green. I was actually planning to do some acrylic pouring today, because I got this quite, well, I say quite big. It's bigger than A2. Yeah, A2 is about A3 in size. I was going to do a pour through a toilet roll, but I'll probably have to do multiple ones because I can't do it through just one because of how big the surface is. But we'll see how I feel after this. Just a little bit of hair there. Paper has warped a little bit if you haven't guessed already. That's completely natural because you are adding water to paper. It just has its own kind of party. It decides to warp. It's going to be quite hard to get that green. It's much more of a forest green. I do have one on my palette here, but it's going to take a good couple of layers. And you can't really put it all on at the same time because as you put it on, you kind of take away top surface if you make it too watery. So you just kind of have to wait for it to dry. A bit like oil painting. I think that's green enough for now. It's very much getting the tones to a darker place. No, there is. I am going to try and do the top, but really water down the green. The blue. Which is going to be really hard actually. Because even though it is water, it doesn't dry quite quickly as everything else. It's still just as difficult to work with. You want it to be light enough to look see-through, but dark enough to know that it's blue. Get that out of the way. Creating a bit of a shadow, apologies. That's a bit too clear. Okay, that's probably the darkest that the sky's gonna be. I do quite like this corner at the moment because it's blue, and actually in the photograph, I'll quickly show you and get it off the floor. It is a bit more blue over here compared to over here, which I'm gonna guess is because the sun was more in that direction, which I accidentally managed to replicate to a certain degree in this watercolour piece. So in terms of layering, I want to try and build up some more of these mountains and then move on to this section to then build up again. Maybe put some of the underlaying green shrubbery at the bottom as well, but after I've layered up this section. So I'm going to put in like a bit of orange and underlay. What's it called? I don't know the right word, but there is a bit of orange. Think of it very much as shapes and tones that you want to include. It will be hidden. It may seem a bit extreme at the moment, but it will be hidden when I go over it. Kind of a good thing that the colour is kind of rich warm brown, should we say, is spread a little bit evenly throughout the picture. It's just where the sunlight hits the rocks, so it should give us a bit of depth as well. In terms of the brush use, I'm literally using the very tip. As you can see, it's kind of bent and the brush has been well used, which is like the perfect time to actually use it for me, because it creates very unique individual marks. You know, because you can get this really nice defined line like that, but you can just touch it and get a little tiny mark like that. Not to say a brand new brush isn't great, but I just think they're in their prime when they've been used and abused. Okay, so that's pretty much all the lighter places that have that underlying, that's the word, underlying colour. So I'm going to move on to this section here and just add a bit more, just a little bit more of that kind of warm brown colour, plus a bit more yellowy brown, because that has a bit more of an undertone as well. It's really easy to overdo it on this part. This brown colour I'm using next is kind of like a wet sand colour. You can never tell how many layers you're going to do. Well, you do have some ideas sometimes of how many layers you need to do for a watercolour drawing. I'm saying it like I'm an expert, but it's very similar to painting. You kind of sort of know how many layers you need to do by the amount of depth. When you look at a picture, you can go, okay, I can definitely see 4 different depths, like say this one. You can see that the sky is one, the mountains is another, and then that's one, that is one, and that is one. So you think it's 5, but actually you've got one sky, you've got this section here, which is one section, and then you've got this other bit here, which is a lot more warmer. This section is pretty much, like, I would say it breaks around there, so that's one section there and that there, but that section needs to be done when this section is done, because that's very much one section by itself. And then you've got some more trees down here, obviously, well, bushes down here, then that's one section, but each individual one. You can even say this part here, this very dark oval shape, is a section by itself. And even some of these rocks up here, there's very much sections within sections. It gets very complicated, so if you just tackle it one thing at a time, it makes it a lot more simpler and easier to tackle. If that made any sense at all, I probably just confused the hell out of you. Put more yellow in this section, and that layer should be done. It's very much at that stage where you feel like you haven't done anything, you've just kind of made it worse. But it does count. It does get better. The yellow I'm putting down is the areas where the sun's hitting on the trees. Obviously, again, you can go over on a darker shade if you put a bit too much down, but I'd rather have it there just in case my eyes don't, well, paint tricks on me. Okay, that'll do for now. So, a bit more of a hot mess today. I would just like to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care of yourself out there, and if you feel a bit lonely, feel free to drop a comment down below, because I'm always up for a good conversation or just a simple hello. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you for part 3 of this video. Bye!